write my great grandfather name was this. How did you know it is correct?
Problem से ये कि timing works. It's easy to set alarm different times.
आज जो हम मुद्दा उठा रहे हैं उसको उठाने के लिए हमें बहुत सारे लोगों ने संपर्क किया, ईमेल द्वारा, पर्सनली भी, और ये मुद्दा है OCI और PIO का। बहुत से लोग यहाँ OCI और PIO को लेकर बहुत से सवाल उनके जहन में हैं, बहुत सी शंकाएं हैं और बहुत सी कंप्लेंट्स भी हैं। तो आज हमारे साथ एक ऐसा पैनल यहाँ मौजूद है फ्लेवर्स ऑफ इंडिया में जो हमें इन अपने एक्सपीरियंसेस के बारे में तो बताएगा ही, साथ में वी विल टॉक अबाउट हाउ वी कैन कम टू अ क्लैरिफिकेशन अबाउट दिस इशू. I did invite the High Commission and they do send us their regards and the answers to some of the questions that I asked, but they could not make it to the show, which is sad. But hopefully we will be able to do. They have assured me कि यहाँ से अगर हमें कोई भी कंप्लेंट मिलती हैं और हम उन्हें आगे उनकी तरफ बढ़ाते हैं तो वो उस पर तवज्जो देंगे. So thank you very much for joining on Chai Chat again and doing it in Flavors of India again, which is always a pleasure. Thank you Sethi sahab and Chandhok sahab. We can eat. We can really eat now. I have been stopping people to eat. So please butt in terms of food as well as conversation, as I always say. Can I first introduce our panel? मेरे यहाँ right में है हीरा, जो कि affected and concerned member of the society, especially about OCI. I have here HArish Sharma, who is a local business person, is very minted, I think. Vinod Pankhania, I always pronounce it wrong. Please do it for yourself. Yes. Sorry. Also a business person. We have, of course, the owner and the director of Flavors of India, Mr. Sethi, Mr. Chandhok, also the director of Flavors of India. Charanveer Singh, he is manager, operational manager retail, and Mr. Pramod Joshi, barrister, very, very experienced in the issue that we are going to talk about. So we're going to eat his brain, and also the chairman of Hindu Law Society in UK. Fantastic. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining. अगर सबसे पहला सवाल मैं प्रमोद जी आपसे करती हूँ कि पहले हमें ये बताएं कि OCI और PIO में क्या फ़र्क है?
कई फ़र्क हैं इन दोनों में. सिटीजनशिप की रिक्वायरमेंट्स में फ़र्क हैं और एप्लीकेशंस में फ़र्क हैं, एप्लीकेशन फ़ीस में भी फ़र्क हैं. मेन चीज़ें तो ये हैं कि जो एप्लीकेंट्स हैं किस हद तक उनको अपनी हिस्ट्री दिखानी पड़ती है, उसमें फ़र्क है. PIO कार्ड के लिए तो आप इवन स्पाउस कैन अप्लाई, तो वाइफ्स अप्लाई कर सकती हैं अपने हस्बैंड के बेसिस के ऊपर, लेकिन OCI कार्ड्स में स्पाउसेस अप्लाई नहीं कर सकती. तो दैट्स अ बिग डिफरेंस. प्लस पेरेंट्स और ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स, OCI कार्ड के लिए आप खुद अप्लाई कर सकते हैं अपने बेसिस के ऊपर, या आपके पेरेंट्स अगर इंडिया से आए हुए हैं, या आपके ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स और इवन ग्रेट ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स. PIO कार्ड में जो है वो रिस्ट्रिक्शन इतनी खुली है, लेकिन साथ में स्पाउसेस भी अप्लाई कर सकती हैं. तो थोड़ा सा फ़र्क है इसमें. और प्लस ऑब्वियसली जो फॉरेन बोर्न बच्चे हैं यहाँ पर, उनमें फ़र्क आता है कि OCI कार्ड के लिए अगर फॉरेन बोर्न आपके, मान लीजिए हमारे जो इंडिया से आए हुए हैं, उनके बच्चे यहाँ पर अप्लाई करें, वो सिर्फ अपने पेरेंट्स के बेसिस पर अप्लाई कर सकते हैं. PIO कार्ड के अंदर कोई रिस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं है, चाहे आप कहीं से भी पैदा हुए हैं, कोई भी आपके पास कनेक्शन हो, यू कैन अप्लाई फॉर दैट ऑन दैट बेसिस.
ओके, आई विल कम टू यू विनोद जी, बिकॉज आप मुझे बहुत बता रहे थे कि कैसे आपने ये जद्दोजहद OCI लेने की खुद शुरू करी, एंड देन यू स्टार्टेड helping other people to do that. So tell me about your experience and what points would you like to raise here today?
Yeah, lot of people had lot of issues, and then I tried to work out, can I look at one document? And what I used to do was looking at one or the other documents, and I used to find one stamp, Indian High Commission or Indian government का कोई stamp है, तो उसके हिसाब से ना मिल जाता था. And all other documents were void. But see, life was made very difficult for people trying to apply for OCI.
Okay, now I want to bring in all the experiences of people first of regarding OCI, and then we'll get onto the facts and eat a little bit on Pramod's brain as well. So anyone, please, if you have any experience concerning problem या कुछ भी OCI या PIO या visa services को लेके, so tell me please.
High Commission staff don't know how to talk back to the public.
Okay, so we'll.
Now, the next thing that I will comment on the High Commission again, in India you have a very high rate of literate people today, people who can speak good English. Why can't the High Commission vet their staff properly, people who can speak proper English? When I tried to speak to him in Hindi, he said, can you speak to me in English because I'm a Bengali and I don't understand Hindi. So what are you doing working for a High Commission in London when you can't speak proper English?
आप मिस्टर चंदोक, आपका कहीं OCI से कोई पाला पड़ा?
OCI से डायरेक्टली नहीं लोगीना, but High Commission से ज़रूर पड़ा है, and I completely agree with what points have been put forward so far. I mean, the first and foremost problem is the behavior of the staff, and it's very difficult to believe that even in India, in government departments, people do speak like this anymore or not. It's been a long time I have been I've dealt with those now, but I think even they have improved now. But why can't these people? I mean, I don't have words to explain. I mean, the way they deal with the customers there.
The very fact that they are sitting there, it's sometimes they're spoken very badly and they get into that scenario, but there's no reason to speak to anyone else like that.
The reason to that is, I mean, they create those situations, they create the circumstances where person have to shout.
Yes, of course. So we can take this point to the High Commission that people feel that there should be more PR skills that can be developed.
It's not
which
difficult
would
to
really, really help.
It's not difficult to have one of your doormen walk outside, count 150 people and say, look chaps, the rest of you, it's unlikely you're going to get in today. Why don't you just go off and come back on another day? Nice and easy.
That's a good option. So I think, Pramod, हम आपकी तरफ आएंगे. We'll tell you now what are the issues that have come with regards to producing this by the people.
Well, the first point is जो यहाँ पर रह रहा है उन्होंने किसी ना किसी दिन तो यहाँ पर स्थापित किया होगा कि हम इंडिया से आए हैं
जी.
Otherwise इमिग्रेशन अथॉरिटीज़ यहाँ पर कैसे आने देंगे
जी.
सबसे पहले तो ये पूछते हैं कहाँ से आए हैं
जी.
और आप ये दिखाइए कि वहाँ के वासी हैं या कहीं और के आए हैं
जी.
टेररिज्म के चक्कर में आजकल वैसे भी they take care, which is understandable.
Yeah.
It makes sense. But then you have the position that when you have to come back and apply for a long-term visa such as an OCI card, how then can you prove where you've come from or what your ancestry is? Sometimes you have elderly parents who don't have documents. Sometimes documents have been long lost for 20, 30 years.
Yes.
And it gets bizarre.
लेकिन हमारे पास एक केस आया था जिसमें कि उनका बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट खो चुका है नहीं है and I showed that to you. I think we have shared that, and they only have in the name of Indian origin a certificate attested by the Kuwait embassy, Indian embassy, of his grandfather, which mentions the passport number of the person who wants the OCI. Now, in situations like this, where do we stand legally?
Well, the first starting point is that India signed up to the Hague Convention in 1961, 5th of October.
Yeah.
It is one of well over 100 countries which are signatories to that convention. उसका नतीजा ये है कि all those countries recognize कि हमारे अलग-अलग rules हैं, regulations हैं, लेकिन हम एक दूसरे के documents को पहचाने जाएंगे
जी.
बिना किसी झिझक के, बिना किसी question के
जी.
लेकिन एक ही condition है वो ये है कि जो भी ये document आप लेके आएं it should be attested by a competent authority. So for example a public body या government office कोई.
Anyone face that?
If somebody is born in India, why is he not in India?
Well, we need to be careful with passports because they're in a different category. Passports are not proof of nationality, and most countries accept that position. Most countries tend to say passport जो है travel document है, it doesn't actually prove your origins, whereas a naturalization certificate will.
Thank you. That point was really bugging me for a long time. That passport being a very important document, why is it not recognized? Whatever the contents in the passports are have to be factual.
Yes.
So why is it still being questioned? That was the reason.
When you have a passport issued in the UK, the Home Office will have given you a naturalisation certificate to say that you are a British national, therefore we are issuing you with a European or British passport.
That's right, yeah.
So this whole question of a apostille convention, we are going to take to the High Commission and we're going to ask what it really means and whether documents which concern can be accepted or not. So we're going to wind up this section, but before that we always do a voting, and I will ask you, Is OCI or PIO service, that first experience that you have had, has been positive or negative overall, ultimately?
I will say something negative response from everyone. Whatever I'm hearing on the table, no one said anything positive about it. I would like to add on something on the top of it,
जी बताएं.
which was the unprofessional service they provide. So anybody want to get any documentation from our office, first, as Gurdeep said, you have to queue up a long way.
If I may say, I mean, you see, so far we have been very negative towards Indian High Commission.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not fair.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is there anything good?
I mean, see, they have got procedures in place. I mean, for OCI, they have procedures in place. And if those procedures are followed correctly, and if you've got relevant documents, what they require, then I don't think I've come across where they are hassling you. But I think the incompetent staff that they have got, I believe those staff don't understand the procedures themselves.
And they lack genuinity. I mean, no way they can verify what you have written is correct or not. I will write my great grandfather name was this. How do they know it is correct?
Okay, thank you very much. We'll wind off this section by saying कि यहाँ लोगों ने OCI card is fantastic and is very welcome by everyone here. But the only issue is that people would like to be treated a little bit better. We will talk about what are the other things that probably we could recommend and take this to the High Commission, which will make life better for them and us, because they do work quite hard. Please be with us and stick with us for the next segment.